Good evening, my friends. How are you? Welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Live right here on Mike Avery Outdoors. Tonight, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm also going live to Instagram for Wednesday Night Live. And things are a little bit jury rigged here. Kate, how are you? Nice to have you along with us on this edition of Wednesday Night Live over on Instagram. Horseshoe Mama, nice to have you along with us as well. Let's see who's there. Jim Hassel's checking in from Tennessee. Mad Jack is checking in on YouTube. And because StreamYard, hey Carter, how are you, buddy? Because StreamYard or not, because Instagram will not allow me to do everything through StreamYard. I'm actually doing it separate through my iPad. And I left my Carter says, hi, Grandpa. I left the nice stand, the tripod for my iPod. Hey, Chad. Yeah, Jason, in the studio. And so this thing is just balanced here on the edge of my printer and my computer case with something wedged underneath it. So Carter's hunting right now. How cool is that, Carter? If I keep your eyes in front of you, Carter, if I hit something too hard, I'm afraid that it's going to fall down. So let's just hope that everything holds together, because things are held together tonight with binder twine and bubble gum. Ryan's along with us. Linda, I can show some comments on why is that showing up? Why is it showing up like that? I don't know. Why is it that color? Because I was screwing around with some settings earlier. Hey, Wes, how are you, buddy? Nice to have you along with us. And I'm not going to change them now, okay? Lori's just getting home, trying to get lessons plan together for the Sunday while you're in Ohio. Excellent. Oh, here we go. Elliot says, Mike, what day is it? It's hump day. Hump day. Oh, enjoy your live feeds. Also listen every Saturday morning. Thank you, Higgs_6. I appreciate that. Ian's in a stand as well, and he's going to be in Ohio here pretty soon, too. David checking in from Mount Pleasant. I apologize again for the difference in color on my banner there. I can change it, I'll bet. There, that's better. That's better. I know the exact color. I've got it in numerically, but that'll work. That makes me feel better. Harry checking in from Kinross, working in the Sioux Locks. That makes your evening when I say that, Elliot. And good evening to our friends over on Instagram as well. I appreciate you being along with us, as well as Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Hello, Ryan. How are you tonight? Brian saw a doe and 2 yearlings this morning. Facebook in Missouri here. Steve, nice to have you along with us. Appreciate it. Also, our friends over on Instagram. And the reason I'm going to Instagram tonight is I had somebody this morning on my Behind the Mic show say, how come you don't do Wednesday Night Live over on Instagram? Well, so I'm doing it tonight, even though on my other platforms, I'm using my professional broadcast microphone. Over on Instagram, I'm using the mic and my iPad, so it's not going to be as good. Matt, how are you? Dave, how are you? Ryan, nice to have you along with us on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. My name is Mike Avery, Trekking Outdoors in the house. Hey, guys, how are you? Keep up the good work. My name is Mike Avery, and this is something I do every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. I don't know if I will be doing it next Wednesday night, because next Wednesday night, I hope to be sitting in a tree stand in Ohio hunting with Bill Piles of Ohio Bow Hunting Outfitters. I mean, I know I'll be hunting with Bill Piles. MS is for Mississippi. Sorry about that, Steve. Tom Rose, good evening. Good luck to your whole crew going to Ohio bow hunting. Appreciate that, Tom. Thank you very much. MS is for Mississippi. MI is for Missouri. Ross, you're too late. Ross says, Mike, what day is it? To which I reply, it's hump day, hump day. Has anybody received their turkey patch for the spring? Rob, I have no idea. Good evening, Jeff. How are you? Jack says, good luck down there. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. About a dozen of us going down. And I don't know, like I said, if I can do a Wednesday night live next week. But 2 weeks, hey, Vicki, 2 weeks from tonight. MI is for Michigan. I know that part. Elliot says negative on the turkey patch. MO is Missouri. Yeah, boy, we got a lot of geography experts on here tonight. It's a good thing. All right, so I misspoke. All right, I'm going to end the live feed. All right, have a good night, my friends. I won't give away any freaking pickles. All right. If I can't get away with anything, we'll end it right now. 3, 2. No, I'm just kidding you. Nick Fisher's with us over on Instagram. Big Bucks Bamir. Yeah. October, so much to do and not enough time to do it. Lori being the teacher's like, hey, they caught you, didn't they? All right. Like you've never made a mistake. The thing of it is, when you make a mistake, there's not people watching you like there is me. Carter just sent me a text. Let me see if I can see what it is. One image. Nice, Carter. A big old swamp donkey in front of him. A big old doe. Good job, buddy. I'm assuming you didn't shoot her. I would have heard about it. Nice try, huh? PI is for pickles, which, by the way, we're giving some away tonight. Some freaking pickles. Stay tuned. We're going to give away some freaking pickles. Sherry, I think, is standing by. If not, she soon will be. I know. Nice try. Oh, yes, they are. Ross says, oh, yes, they are. Headed to Lorain, Ohio for a walleye slam Saturday. Make sure my iPad comes back on here. The temps do need to start dropping. My son James texted me today. He was looking at the weather forecast for Ohio next weekend. We're going to be hunting in T-shirts. Does freaking pickles do pickled asparagus? Sherry? My dear, are you on here? Do you guys do asparagus? I know they were talking about it. Fireman 6 over on Instagram. Nice to have you along with us as well. Ed Klee, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Looks like they'll be better by the end of next week. Well, we'll be just about done hunting by the end of next week. There we go. Freaking Sherry, do you do pickled asparagus? My wife tells me every day she never makes mistakes. Hey, Fireman 6, Fire 6 Man, how are you, buddy? Appreciate everything you do. Caught a 2-pound speckled brown trout. Going to cook up nice. Dennis Manley over on Instagram. Appreciate you joining us. Not yet, Lori says. Lots of cool products. Or Sherry says lots of cool products in the works, though. Okay, let me tell you what's going on here. Kitchen Creek Outdoors on YouTube. Nice to have you with us. 2 weeks from tonight. 2 weeks from tonight. We're going to be live. Doing a Wednesday night live on everything except Instagram because I can't run that many platforms remotely. We're going to do a Wednesday night live from the Rapid River showroom in Rapid River in the UP. And you're going to have a chance to win a Rapid River knife. Again, not like this one, because this one is mine. You can't win this one. And I don't think we're giving away a folder. I think we'll probably give away a Skinner. So here's how you enter the contest. Number one, there was a post on my page, on the Michigan brand page, and on the Rapid River page, I believe. Find that post and then like Rapid River Knife Works, like Michigan Brand Meats, and if you don't mind, like my Facebook page as well, Mike Avery Outdoors. And make a comment on that post. It can be why you want to win a Rapid River knife. It can be why you like Michigan Brand Meats, or you can post a picture of your harvest, whatever. Any post there that's made in good taste will qualify you to win a Rapid River knife. And somebody watching online will win a Rapid River knife. Now, Chris Durson from Rapid River told me today during my Behind the Mic segment that he's also going to give away a knife. I don't know if the knife he is going to give away is going to be to somebody watching online or to somebody joining us in person, because the showroom at Rapid River usually closes at 5 o'clock. Chris is going to keep it open that night till after our Wednesday night live. Pretty cool. Wednesday night live, 2 weeks from tonight. Live from the Rapid River showroom with Nick Grillo of Michigan Brand Meats, with Chris Durson of Rapid River Knife Works, and me, and hopefully you, at least watching us online, maybe in person. So that is going to be fun. All right, a couple of other things I want to talk about before I get to the rundown of this week's show and before we give away some freaking pickles. Chris says, whoever wants asparagus, you're more than welcome to come out. But he's in Kansas. Scott says, how do you cook those things up? They're the size of a volleyball. Harry says, pretty cool is right. Harry, you'll be just down the road. Come over and see us. Did you hear this? Wisconsin is going to have a wolf hunt this year because the powers that be in Wisconsin have some guts. They have some intestinal fortitude, and they're not afraid of the political backlash like we are here in Michigan. The leaders in Wisconsin, Johnny's here on his wife Heidi's phone. Our powers that be here in Michigan, that is, hey, Paul, how are you? The governor and our attorney general are vehemently opposed to a wolf hunt in Michigan. And they've said so many, many times, several times. John got his point for the wolf hunt. John, did you get your print yet that we gave away last week? My iPad keeps going quiet on me here. I apologize for that. So the powers that be in Wisconsin are not afraid of the political backlash. They're not afraid of some political heat. And they've got some guts to do it. Our leaders here in Lansing are not. They don't have that kind of, they're more worried about making sure people's feelings aren't offended by calling them the wrong pronoun, rather than trying to protect the property and the livelihood of the people in the UP by allowing us to have a wolf hunt. Now you can say, oh, it's the DNR's fault. It's the NRC's fault. But keep in mind, who appoints the DNR director? Who appoints the NRC? John makes an excellent point. They're both up for election next year. Craig says, Ohio hunters can download the Hunt Fish app and buy their licenses online. Craig, I already bought my license and I printed it out. Can I still get the app, tie it in, and show my license on my phone? Indeed, we do need a wolf hunt here. Kendall says they're not leaders, they're politicians. I like shooting all of them, their wolves. You can. Excellent, Craig. I will do that. Craig will be joining us in Ohio as well. I want to follow up from something this morning. This morning, I was talking about Nick Percy of Killer Food Plots and how he has COVID and he's in the hospital on a ventilator. That's how bad he has it. Thank you, Brian. You're the guy who suggested it, aren't you? Why don't you come over to Facebook and like my Facebook page too? We asked for prayers this morning and we got a lot of them, and Nick is still fighting and he's still in trouble, but his oxygen levels are going up. So thank you for that. Keep up the prayers for Nick and his fiance, Tracy. What part of Ohio are we coming down to? It's Knox, Licking, Coshocton County, in that area. I can't remember what city Bill Piles of Ohio Bow Hunting Outfitters is associated with. It did take a lawsuit to get the hunt there in Wisconsin, John is saying, and John is praying, as well as John Robichaud, and northeast of Columbus. Thank you for the prayers. A lot of people praying for Nick. Gambier, Ohio. Thank you, Mr. Craig. Got a wolf the other day that hot my dog last night. Got a wolf the other day that hot my dog last night, whatever that means. Yeah, too bad you can't do this, right? Let's see. Yeah, this is what you're looking at, right? Scott Handers, a good friend of Nick, said, thank for that, Mike. Nick Percy is fighting back. Nick's a fighter. Rec Broadheads over on Instagram. Thank you, Rec. Appreciate you joining us on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. Matt Taggett from Rec. When I head to Ohio here over the weekend, I will have a quiver full of Rec Broadheads. REK, recbroadheads.com. Awesome. You're in Hocking. Cool. Brian says the only social media he's on is Instagram. Oh, it got a hold of your dogs and killed one, hurt the others. Gotcha. Woods life for you. Woods life for me, actually. Now I understand. Thank you, Jeff. Well, good point. It's supposed to be sound management. Matt Taggett at Rec Broadheads. He says, good luck, Mike. I'll tell you what, if you're, I realize the season's already started, right? So you're probably going to stick with what broadhead you've been shooting. I have only killed one animal with that Rec Broadhead, and it was an Ontario bear. But based on the performance of that, and based on the performance of the results of the blood trail and such, I am looking forward to putting one through a whitetail because I'm sure the results are going to be outstanding. Harry Smith says, hey, I bought a Stolo stove. Now I need to get with Ed Bolanowski and get some Speedy Blaze. You won't get Speedy Blaze from Ed. And you won't get it from me. And there's a big story there, but it's not a story to be told during a live stream. What do you say? We give away some freaking pickles? You want to do that? You've got 2 minutes starting right now. 2 minutes to make your comments on why you want to win some freaking pickles. Freakingpickles.com. Sherry is standing by. Make your comments, make them clever, make them tasteful, pun intended. And tell us why you want to win some freaking pickles. Sherry Harpham is standing by. I almost said her maiden name because when I worked with her at TV5, well, her other name, she was working on a different name. But it's Sherry Harpham, Ted Harpham's wife. Ted Harpham of Dart and Archery, dartandarchery.com. All right. Let's see your comments about why you want to win some freaking pickles. And these things are excellent. Brian says he's feeling pickly tonight. Kevin says because pickles are freaking awesome. Brian says his Rapid River knife works the old marble knives. I think so, yeah. Art says, okay, I'll say it again. PI is for pickles. You can get freaking pickles in North Carolina, Ron. You can. Go to freakingpickles.com and you can order online. Holy freak, I need some freaking pickles. Freaking pickles will go great with your Baldwin unit bear roast. The fridge is empty. We need some of those great freaking pickles. 1 minute on the comments about why you want to win some freaking pickles. John Callison, are you standing by? I'm feeling good tonight. Barb says she wants to win some pickles. Oh, there we go. Barb says, there we go. I want to win some pickles because my husband, Tom, loves his pickles. Mike says, Jackie just bought 4 jars of them. Can't leave them alone. 30 seconds on the pickles. 30 seconds on why you want to win some freaking pickles. Sherry's standing by. Yeah, ready to time. Okay. My nose is a little bit plugged up tonight because of the allergies. I love the pickles, so I can cut them with your Rapid River knives. 20 seconds. We're running out of time here. Make your comments why you want to win some freaking pickles. Sherry's standing by. If you have not been with us on a Wednesday Night Live, you don't know what's coming up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was tonight's buzzer, by the way. John Callison, how'd I do? And we're standing by for Sherry to see who she picked. Let's see how many seconds Avery went tonight. And Louis says, come up for air, Mike. I just wanted to set a new record. Good lungs. Thank you. I walk almost every morning. It has to be a record buzzer. Impressive, Trekking Outdoors says. Paul says he's pregnant. He needs pickles. Here we go. Look at this. A new record, 33.75. Give Avery a big round of applause. Give the big guy a big round of applause. There we go. 33.75 seconds. Oh, Craig Plowman is the winner. I didn't even see that come through. Craig Plowman. Okay. Craig Plowman, I was just going to say, buddy, Sherry, you need to get those pickles out to Craig right away, because then Craig is going to bring some to Ohio with us. And I'm also going to bring along some bear brats. If I get together with Nick Grillo here in the next couple of days, I'm going to get together with Nick and I'm going to pick up my bear brats from my Ontario Bear, and we'll bring those to Ohio as well. So we're going to be eating good in the neighborhood. We're going to have some freaking pickles, and we're going to have some bear brats from Michigan brand meat. So we're not going to starve while we're down there. I didn't think we were going to starve anyway, right? Because Bill feeds us pretty well. Actually, Joan feeds us pretty well. Sherry Harpum, thank you for that. If you want to check out Freakin' Pickles, and you can order them in North Carolina as well, they'll ship them to you. The website is freakinpickles.com. That's freakinpickles.com. Ed's driving through Au Gres on Sunday. There you go. Freakinpickles.com. They have a store in Au Gres as well. You can find them in Michigan at a lot of party stores, delis. And I heard a rumor that they're going to go into a big grocery store, but I don't think I better talk about it yet. How do you win bear brats? Joe says. That's a tough one, Joe. That's a great question, but it's a tough one to answer. Jeff says he's never had bear. Scott says, holy moly, best buzzer to date. Jeff's never had bear. I would not want a bear roast or a bear steak, but bear burger and bear brats are excellent. Excellent. Again, Sherry, appreciate it very much. Check out, listen, you know I love Michigan-based family-owned companies. Sherry Harpum, Ted Harpum, their son, freakinpickles.com. They have done a wonderful job. Johnny, don't get lost on the way down, man. Give me a call. You should have an inside track to help Nick since you're a pastor. Hey, listen, Tony, if I had an inside track, I would use it to get a new pastor for our church. We've been searching for over a year now. Lori had bear brats and roast. Craig says, can you pick up my pickles? Then we'll have them in Ohio. Well, I'm not going through Au Gres. Oh, Johnny will pick them up. Well, somebody's got to be coming through Au Gres to pick them up. Sounds delicious with a cold beer. They're good with anything. Bear brats are great if done right. Bear roast. Okay, got you, bear roast. Because bear brats, you just put them on the grill. You're welcome. Thanks for helping us, little guys. But you're growing, Sherry. Freakinpickles.com, freakinpickles.com. All right, Paul. Appreciate that. Okay, what else is on the agenda here for tonight? I mentioned the Wednesday night live at Rapid River on the 20th. That is a big deal. That is going to be cool. Am I going to do any live on my bear hunt? I think you probably mean my deer hunt. I'm going to do as much as I can. If I'm not in a stand or in a blind, or if I can get a good enough cell signal from the blind or the stand, I will go live. I am not going to jeopardize my hunt to go live, but I will be posting reports, recorded video, pictures, and all that good stuff. I'll do what I can as far as live, but again, hunting will be my number one priority. She'll give them to you, Ed. She'll give them to you. Hey, listen, if you want, I'm sure it's okay if I give you her number and you can give her a call. Do they still sell frickin' pickles? It's not frickin' pickles. You got to be careful. Not frickin' pickles. It's freaking pickles. Freaking pickles. You got to be careful there. Scott Keatsman says his wife makes a mean bear steaks, makes it like chicken fried steak. It's delicious. I'm going to be using my crossbow this time, Ron. As much as I love hunting with a recurve, as much as I have respect for people who hunt with traditional archery tackle, I don't shoot enough these days to have the confidence that I need to take it out on a hunt. So I'm taking my Darton crossbow, the Toxin 100 RD reverse draw. And I'm feeling good about that. I mean, listen, I want to make a quick, clean, humane killing shot, right? That's the goal. Trekking Outdoors, and check these guys out, by the way. Trekking Outdoors, Michigan guys doing a really, really good job as far as outdoor media, hunting media. Check them out. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Jim. Go live if you shoot and kill from the stand. The excitement and raw, real-time adrenaline is the best. I will keep that in mind. Where do you find the podcast with Jays? You go to jaysportinggoods.com. It's on their website. jaysportinggoods.com. Hey, Mike, does Michigan brand meats ship throughout the U.S.? Yes, they do. They do. Steve, they ship anywhere in the country. Go to michiganbrand.net. That's michiganbrand.net. And if you use the promo code Mike21, Mike21, you can get 20% off on anything on the Michigan Brand website. Keith DeWald busts out the freaking pickles at an MWT event. The folks go crazy with their hands. Keith DeWald. Scott, that's a name from the past. Wow. Yeah, Sherry, is it okay if Ed Bolanowski picks him up? I'm sure she'll say yes. Keith DeWald. I used to work with Keith, Scott, when I did the News 5 Outdoors Saginaw Bay Walleye Circuit probably 20 years ago. Ron says he's thinking about selling his compound and getting a crossbow. Hey, whatever you feel comfortable and confident with. That's what it boils down to. Whatever you feel confident that you can make a quick, clean, humane killing shot. You are more than welcome, Steve. And Sherry says it sure is okay if Ed Bolanowski stops and picks up Craig Plowman's pickles. Ed, do not eat any of those pickles before you get to Ohio. Don't do it. You're going to be tempted. You also might be tempted to buy a few more, and you can do that. That is allowed. And I'll be bringing some bear brats. So, again, we're going to be eating good. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited about the Ohio hunt. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate that. Do I go down there with any expectations? No, except to have a good time, maybe have a good chance, maybe have a reasonable chance at seeing a good buck. Shooting it, going back to Ohio, everything okay, Gus? Back to Cleveland, Gus? Everything okay? I have no idea. No idea. Live buck poll from the Ohio trip. Keith is sponsored by Freakin' Pickles. That's his boat that's all wrapped. Okay. It's a 6-hour drive, but I'll get some pickled veggies while I'm there. Thank you, Ed. Everybody say thank you, Ed. Sherry says you can make some freaking pickle soup, all right. It's only about a 4-hour drive from here. I'll tell you who's got the drive. Johnny Bowler coming down from Seney. He's got like an 8-hour drive. Going to be worth it. What else, my friends? No, Jason, it's a new camera angle because you're watching on Instagram. If you go over to Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter, it'll be the other camera angle. I'm going live on Instagram tonight just for something else to do. And I'm using my iPad actually to do it. That's why the audio over here on Instagram isn't as good, because it's the mic from my iPad. Lori's drive is 4 hours. You rubbing it in, are you? Lori's going, nah. My drive is 4 hours. What's Brian going to do for a week without you around the house? Probably leave his dirty socks and underwear on the floor. That's what I would do. What else is going on, my friends? I was going to talk about the rundown for this week's radio show, but I just realized the show that I recorded today actually airs the weekend of the 16th. Let me see if I can find the rundown for this weekend's show. I bet I can. Here it is. You know what? Sometimes lucky is good. Coming up this weekend on the Outdoor Magazine radio show, we kick off with Captain Jeff Godey. He's live on Saginaw Bay. He's waterfowl hunting. He gives us a report on that and some tips on hunting big waterfowl. Then Dean Hall of the Michigan Sportsmen Against Hunger Group, which reminds me, I need to get in touch with somebody. I got so much to do before I leave. Dean Hall talks about the Michigan. That's because you're observant, Jason. Michigan sportsman against hunger. If you shoot a deer this year, and all the way from Newaygo County, that's not that far, John. If you shoot a deer this year and you don't want all the venison, you can donate it to Michigan Sportsmen Against Hunger. Then in hour number 2, Greg Abbas of A-Way Outdoors talks about talking to whitetails, also rattling and the use of scents. Nick Green from MUCC has a wrap-up of their recent convention, some of the resolutions that they were working on. And then in hour number 3, you know who it is? It's the whitetail whisperer himself. John Eberhart joins me in hour number 3 of this week's Outdoor Magazine show, talking about deer hunting. And I made a prediction. A couple of years ago, I had John on the show, and I said, John, you're going to shoot a big buck on October 19th or some weird date like that. Adam, when you donate it, the hunter does not pay for the processing. Michigan Sportsmen Against Hunger pays for it. It's no cost to the hunter at all. Great question. Thank you for that. John Eberhart, a couple of years ago, I had him on the show, and I said, John, on October 19th, you're going to shoot a big buck. And he did. And he called me. I was out in Kansas or something. He called me. He says, guess what? It's October 19th. I just shot a big buck. And I said, good, congrats. Why are you telling me? He says, because you told me on the air I was going to shoot a big buck today. So my prediction for John Eberhart this year is November 3rd. On November 3rd, I predict John Eberhart is going to shoot a big buck. And if that happens, I'm then going to go play the lottery. Is there a list of where venison donations can be dropped off? Indeed, there is, Jason. Go to Michigan Sportsmen Against Hunger. No, it's the website is just sportsmen as in plural, sportsmenagainsthunger.org, sportsmenagainsthunger.org. And there is a list there of where you can donate your venison. And this is the best program in the world. It gets donated to food banks, food pantries, soup kitchens, people who need it. So your venison doesn't go to waste, and it makes us as hunters look good. Here we go. Big Piles. Hello, Bill Piles. Hello, big fella. He always says that. In fact, he called me today and he says, hello, big fella. It wouldn't be the same if Bill didn't say, hello, big fella. He's been saying that forever. He doesn't say it in that voice, but it comes out in that voice for me. It is coming up quick. In fact, many of our comments tonight, Bill, have been regarding the upcoming Ohio hunt. Do a best of Nick Percy's show. You just open the show and sit back and smoke a cigar and fill hours of there you go, Scott. It'd be the easiest 3 hours I ever did. Sit back, ask Nick Percy 2 questions, maybe 3, 1 per hour, and let him go. Because the man can talk food plots, and we're all praying for Nick to recover from COVID. Scott Keatsman of Linwood Taxidermy in Linwood, the website linwoodtaxidermy.com, says he has all the information and stickers at his shop, and Jay's and Frank's are giving away prizes. Good. So we're all in this together. We're all working on this together. John says Michigan Sportsmen Against Hunger is a great organization. And John, just a reminder, how many seconds was my buzzer? And did I set a new record this week? Did the big guy come up with a record this week? The old guy? Paul says, when will I shoot a big buck? Here we go. Paul says, when will I shoot a big buck? He's heading up to his deer camp in Rock, Delta County in the morning. If I give him a date, he can unpack and just stay home and wait till you give me a date. Paul, your date this year on your successful hunt will be October 29th. Write it down. October 29th. I just wanted to point this out. 33.75 seconds. A new record, back-to-back week of new records. The old guy still got it. I still got a set of lungs on me. And it's a good thing because I'm getting a CAT scan of them tomorrow. They're going to find nothing but hot air in there. Ooh, Bill says, ooh, good date. I didn't just pull that one out of thin air, Bill. I'll tell you that. Paul says he believes me. Paul, so I'm going to ask you this. Please do everything you can to do an all-day sit on October 29th, so to increase your chances of shooting a buck. Is the great Avery going to be doing predictions on Sunday in Ohio? Absolutely not. Ed says he's hoping his date is next week. So if you see something else, be quiet. So if you see something, be quiet. Why? You hope it's coming your way? Oh, I think I'm about done. Rob says he loves that last week in October. Temps, deer movement. Jason says, well, now he's checking in from Facebook. The audio is better there. Absolutely. The audio is better there because I'm using this broadcast microphone, and the camera is a little bit better too. Ron says, what are they going to find in my lungs? Stale cigar smoke. I try not to get the cigar smoke in my lungs. I'm sure a little bit of it works its way in there, but I try not to. I went to the doc the other day, and he said, no, bad dude juju. That's right. I'm not making any predictions. No, nothing for Ohio. And the doc says, do you smoke? I said, I smoke cigars. He said, what, like one a week? I'm like, maybe one a day. He said, hey, I'm not making any judgments. Ooh, the red moon this year is the 20th. Lori says she's hoping her date is the 12th. Lori, keep that to yourself. We don't want to throw, once we cross that state line, we don't want to throw out any dates at all. David is eating mule deer meatloaf and watching. Dave, how is mule deer? I've been reluctant to try it because I feel like it's going to taste like sage. And I know that depends on how it's cooked. How is yours? John McCormick makes an interesting comment and very timely. Prayers for anyone with COVID. Just lost 2 friends that he went to school with. And here's the deal. I appreciate you bringing this up again. Personally, right now, I know of 3 people suffering from COVID. Nick Percy of Killer Food Plots, and he's in a rough way. He's in the hospital on a ventilator. His wife, Tracy, is also sick with COVID. And our good friend, Brent James' wife, Tracy, is also very sick with COVID to the point where Brent is not going to be able to come to Ohio with us. So we got a lot of people to pray for with COVID right now. What radio stations carry all 3 hours of the show? I don't know if I can tell you that offhand. I can give you a pretty good indication. I'm pretty sure ZTK in Alpena does, KYO and IDL and Caro do, WCBY, AM and FM in Sheboygan do, TRX in Flint does. No, Sheboygan might only carry 2. The Twister 92.1 and WUPS in Houghton Lake only carry 2. HTC in Holland carry 3. Lansing ILS carries 3. Ludington, Manistee, LDN and MLQ carry 3. Muskegon, I don't know. Newberry, I think all 3 hours. NBY. Port Huron definitely carries all 3 hours. Saginaw, SGW. Port Huron is WPHM. Saginaw, WSGW, all 3 hours. MIC in Sandusky, all 3 hours. KNW in the Sioux, all 3 hours. St. Joe, WSJM, 2, I think. iOS in Tawas is all 3, and TCM in Traverse City is all 3, I believe. Ed just says Alpena does. Yeah. And that's just off the top of my head. That's my recollection. Don't put money on that. Yep, Alpena certainly does. Going back, Bill Piles said, Lori, shh, quiet. We don't talk about such things during a live stream because it tends to give us bad luck, and we don't want that. Steve says it's a good thing to donate, Venice. Also makes a hunter feel good, yes, and makes us look good. Jeff says 2 in St. Joe. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. But just a reminder, I always say the best way to listen to Outdoor Magazine Radio, if you can. Yes, Jeff. Yes, I'm just glad to be on there still, Jeff, because they changed format or ownership or something. And the fact that I'm still there is a blessing. I always say the best way to listen to Outdoor Magazine Radio, if you can, is on your local AM or FM station because they carry all 3, because they get they get the content first, and you're supporting your local station, and you get your local news, weather, and sports. I got to check this text right here. Oh, that is so good, Scott. Thank you for that. So good to hear. Thank you for that. Oh, that's wonderful. God is good. Oh, God is great. But if you can't hear the Outdoor Magazine radio show on your local AM or FM station, isn't it nice to know the podcast is out there? All 3 hours. I put listen, as long as this is blatant self-promotion, let me tell you where the podcast goes. I can't. My Facebook page, my YouTube channel, my Twitter feed, LinkedIn, SoundCloud, Spotify, Twitter, Audible, Amazon Music. I mean, any place you get a podcast, you can hear the podcast version of the Outdoor Magazine radio show. Yeah, I was sweating there a little bit there too, Jeff. All right, my friends, I think I'm going to call it a night. Just a reminder, there's Brent right there. Brent, prayers for Tracy. Here's a prediction from my good friend Harry. He says, I'm going to predict that all of you hunters going to Ohio will have a great experience and a wonderful time. Amen to that. Regardless who shoots a buck, regardless of who misses a buck, regardless of who gets a shot at a buck, regardless of who sees a buck, we will have a great time. I can promise you that. Couple of things before we go. Remember, Wednesday night, October 20th, here on all my social media outlets except Instagram, we're going to do a Wednesday night live from the Rapid River showroom in Rapid River in the UP, and you can win a Rapid River knife. Not like this one. This one is mine. This is a folder. I think we're going to give away a Skinner, and we're going to have it engraved with your name on it. To enter to win that part of the giveaway, what you need to do is like the Michigan Brand Facebook page, like the Rapid River Facebook page. Even on Instagram, you can still enter this. Like the Michigan Brand Facebook page, like the Rapid River Facebook page. And if you wouldn't mind liking my page too, I would appreciate it. Then find the comment that talks about find the post that talks about the giveaway and make a comment on that post. And you will be entered to win our online giveaway. Now, that's from Michigan Brand Meats. They are doing that in cooperation, in partnership with Rapid River. Chris Durson of Rapid River is also giving away a second knife that night. Now, I don't know yet if he's giving that away to somebody who's watching live or if he's giving it away to somebody who's going to join us in person, because the showroom will be open that night. And I encourage you, if you live in the UP and want to make a drive and join us, or if you live downstate and just want to go north to see the beautiful colors and see the Rapid River showroom, come on up and join us. And the final thing is, I'm going to do as much coverage as I can next week from Ohio. I will be posting pictures. I will be posting recorded video. I will be making a lot of posts. I will go live when I can, but I will not jeopardize a hunt. I won't do that. But if I can go live Wednesday morning or Wednesday night, I will indeed do that. All right, my friends, it's always a pleasure. It's always a joy. It's always a blessing to talk with you on Wednesday Night Live. Appreciate you joining us on Instagram, folks. I'm going to work on the technical side of this, making your experience a little bit better over there. In the meantime, my website is MikeAveryOutdoors.com. My email address is Mike@MikeAveryOutdoors.com. You can reach me anytime. Hey, Ace, how you doing, buddy? I didn't know you were there. You can reach me anytime via email, Mike@MikeAveryOutdoors.com. I want to encourage you to do that. Next time I see you, it will be from Ohio. Have a great week, a great weekend. Be safe. And thanks for joining me on this edition